From the studios of Farm Journal Broadcast, this is U.S. Farm Report.
Welcome to U.S. Farm Report this Mother's Day weekend. I'm Tyne Morgan, and here's what's in store over the next 60 minutes. More severe weather and more tornadoes tore across the U.S. That's after a record-setting April.
This will rank as the number 2 all-time. The only year we saw more U.S. tornadoes was the historic April 2011.
And it's the transition to La Nina that's partially to blame.
When we do move very quickly from an El Nino to a La Nina, the atmosphere gets really confused.
But the tail end of El Nino is also bringing historic flooding to Brazil, causing widespread damages to their crops. And in Ukraine, the war drags on. 85,000 pieces of farm equipment have been destroyed.
Landmines are a significant issue across the country in terms of affecting agriculture, and of course that affects the economy.
From the front lines to the farms, it's a boots on the ground look at the devastation in Ukraine.
U.S. Farm Report, presented by Pioneer. What's next happens when the name on a cap matches the power of one's purpose. Pioneer. What's next happens here.
Now for the news, how many bushels of corn, soybeans, and wheat will farmers produce this year? USDA providing its first estimate of the growing season. Let's start off with USDA's projection for the 2024-2025 U.S. crop being planted right now. USDA projecting a smaller corn crop compared to last year. Even with the trendline yield penciled in at 181 bushels per acre, it's fewer corn acres that's causing a lower production picture, with USDA penciling in a 14.86 billion bushel crop. USDA projecting a larger soybean crop in the U.S., though, with a projected soybean yield of 52 bushels per acre. Production is forecast to reach 4.45 billion bushels. That's up considerably from last year's crop size of 4.165 billion bushels. USDA pegging 2024-2025 corn stocks at 2.102 billion, soybeans projected at 445 million bushels, and wheat is forecast at 766 million bushels. Both corn and wheat came in below trade expectations. Soybeans were above. And after the flooding in Brazil, there's a lot of talk about the impact on the crop in South America. USDA did cut Brazil's corn crop estimate by 2 million metric tons, now at 122 million. The soybean crop in Brazil was trimmed by 1 million metric ton to 154 million. And in Argentina, USDA cutting the corn crop by 2 million metric tons to 53 million metric tons, but leaving soybeans unchanged. We'll have further discussion and take a much deeper dive into the report coming up in our roundtables.